How quickly did this come together? Just I saw this, you had a lot of options and kind of chose to come back to Lou.
Yeah, I just had to, you know, couldn't wait to be honest. Just getting back to with Lou, I know the system, so it was an opportunity for me to come out and play.
What do you think? Or what happened with the Raiders? Just
I mean, this it didn't work out. I'm just excited to be here.
Did you talk to the Colts at all when the Bengals released you?
I talked a little bit to Coach Lou, a little bit, but not that much. But we always had a great relationship, and I always wanted to be around him.
The fact that you know the defense and you've been playing, I mean, you can step in pretty quickly in this.
Yeah, absolutely. I came here to play, compete, helping guys win games.
Have you been in contact with Mike Hilton at all? And like how interesting was it to see him come in, 4 weeks off the bench and then come right in?
I talked to him a little bit, not as much, but it was exciting to see him out there playing, battling, coming out and competing and getting better.
How he was able to play so quickly, does that give you hope that you can just kind of land right in and kind of hit the ground running?
I know I played in the system for 6 years, his first time being in DC, and he picked me. I was one of his draft picks, so I know the scheme, know the system. So opportunity for me to play.
Sooner than later. Mentally, I'm doing well. Taking it, day by day, just trying to attack it properly to get back to the practice field and obviously, to the game. So I'm excited to still be around, still helping guys prepare for the game, still in meeting rooms. Just being alert and attentive as I should be. So, I prepare like I'm playing. Obviously, having to miss 2 games already, it's not the best, but I got a lot of support around me, within this building, inside this building to make sure that, I'm good mentally. So physically, I'm getting there. I'm feeling really good right now, and hopefully to see you guys out on the field soon.
Every injury is significant, depending. But when you hear Achilles, did you think,
I mean, the feeling that I had on the game field in Tennessee was not ideal, but I did dodge a full rupture, so I did. I was able to understand and digest that in a positive note. Just not having to be out an entire year.
What it might have been.
Exactly. So, but the process of trying to heal and be consistent throughout this entire process has been very. I don't know. It's just a confusing place to have an injury because it starts to become like a calf thing. You don't want it to become a calf thing, and everything just starts working up your body. So there's a lot that we put our bodies through to even get back to where we want to be mentally and physically to be good enough to say, hey, I can go again. So it'd be cool to play again. It'd be cool to play again.
Did you think in Tennessee? Did you think it was maybe a full rupture when you're?
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't think so.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I mean, I never know with Achilles stuff what it feels like.
Does it make you be more cautious because of that injury, or you got smart guys around you?
I think initially, working back into it, yeah, you're cautious of the pain, the feeling that you feel, but whenever I get back to the playing field, there's no more thoughts on like how I feel because I've already given the go on, how I feel mentally and physically. So there's a fine line of like, where you are and how you want to feel, but you got to feel your best to be out there with all the bullets flying.
Daniel, as a quarterback, how unique or advantageous, whatever the descriptive may be, when you not only have the wealth of wide receivers that you do, but also targets like Tyler Warren, then even Jonathan Taylor, who's emerging as being even more of a threat in the passing game?
Yeah, I think it's huge. You have so many guys who can make plays and spread the ball around. It's hard for a defense to account for all of them. So I think, huge credit to all those guys and how they've all stepped up and played huge roles in the start we've had. So we'll continue to look to spread it around, and those guys I know are going to keep making plays.
Daniel, this is a top 5 scoring defense in the NFL and the Cardinals. What is it that they do well when you look at the tape?
I think, play a multitude of different looks and force you to communicate well on offense and make sure you identify what they're doing well and you're kind of all on the same page as a group. So, you can tell they're well coached. It's a smart team. They present, kind of some unique and non-traditional looks, and for us, we got to do a good job identifying it, communicating clearly, and then executing.
With that being the case, how much easier does it make it for you guys to be at home and not necessarily dealing with all the crowd noise?
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier. Anytime communication is a big part of it. Being at home helps, and not having to deal with the noise. So it'd be helpful.
Now that you've played over a month with Quentin Nelson, what stands out to you just about his skill set and how unique he is as a player at left guard?
I think obviously noticed it playing over the last month, but I think you realize it pretty quickly. When I got here in the spring and then in training camp, just how consistent he is, how good of a player he is at that position, and how huge he is for us, just as an offense, as a leader, as a leader in the O-line room and a leader for this whole group. I think he's been extremely consistent.
What do you think is what makes Quentin different?
I think for one, his attitude. I think he has very, very high expectations of himself, of the group. He's got a relentless attitude, plays really hard, and then obviously his physical tools are elite. So you put that together, you got a really, really good player.
Daniel, is there something you kind of look for to kind of reflect just how efficient you guys are as an offense? Maybe something statistically or otherwise that tells you, because you guys are, but what do you look for?
I generally don't look at stats too much. I think if you understand what you're trying to execute or what you're trying to do, just watching the film and understanding that and being able to evaluate that, I think is the most important. But I don't know. I think the ability to run it and throw it, the guys up front, being prepared going into the game, I think all those things, put together have to do with your efficiency.
He mentioned the stats portion. For you personally, how much enjoyment are you having being around so many talented guys, so many weapons here in this offense to put the points you guys have been able to do?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, on offense, you want to score points, right? That's the goal, and when you do that, it's a lot more fun. So it's been, I've really enjoyed playing with these guys. Like you said, we got good players across the board at every spot. So my job is to distribute the ball, get the ball out on time, and then let them go make plays, and they've done that.
What has Pitt done to maybe earn your trust quite a bit on first down specifically?
I think he's just really smart football player. He's going to always be in the right spot. He's tough. I think something I've really noticed since we've started playing and getting in these games, how tough he is, how physical he is as a runner, how hard he is to tackle, and as a quarterback, it's fun to play with a guy like that. You can trust the guy to go make the play, to make the tough catch. He's certainly not afraid of contact.
How can being able to pop like a 6, 7, 8 yard gain to Pittman or Tyler on first down, how can that kind of jumpstart a drive, maybe even if that's on the first play?
Yeah, I mean it's huge. It builds some momentum, kind of pushes the defense back a little bit, and kind of helps you get going. So that first play is important of any drive, but first down is important to kind of keep the series, stay ahead of the chains.
You're facing a team that's coming off 3 heartbreaking losses. That being said, give me your thoughts on just your level of just concern and the focus going in this game against a team that is desperate for a win here.
I know we've got a high level of focus, I think, in everything we do, and we'll continue to have that. This is this is the NFL, and every team is good, so we'll be ready to go, and they're a good football team. They've had some tough breaks the last couple of weeks, but they're a good football team. We have a lot of respect for them.
How unique is Quentin's combination of skills? Big and powerful, obviously, but also incredibly athletic, that kind of thing. What do you think?
I think it's extremely unique what he's able to do physically, his athleticism, how he can get out and move. There's a couple of instances in the game where he's pulling and blocking, smaller guys, but athletic, quick guys, and he's making key blocks that spring JT. I can't say enough about Q. He's a Hall of Fame player, and it's fun to play with him.
We had a couple of wide receivers snitch on you. I guess say you were late to dinner because you're always watching film. So do you plan on being on time this week?
I mean, it depends what I have to do. I don't see the dinner as a hard start point in my weekly schedule, but try to be there, and enjoy the time with the guys. But I think they'd probably tell you they'd rather me understand what I'm looking at on Sunday than be at dinner on time.
And Dan, you spent some time as a backup. Just how much did the time in the meeting rooms and on the practice field, how much did that help you prepare for your next opportunity?
Helped me a lot. I think, obviously you want to be on the field, you want to be playing. That's the competitive side of you. But, the time in Minnesota where I was able to watch Sam and watch the group prepare, go through meetings, and do some scout team work was really valuable for me. And I think you try to take advantage of whatever opportunity you have.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more just being of service to the offense and being able to do a lot of different things. I know it helps other guys around me as well as myself. So I think that's kind of what I like about it the most.
When you look at you guys' stats, both sides of the ball, you guys are way up there in the NFL. That being said, how much do they preach to you guys about complimentary football, and just how much are they driving that in your head? Just hey, we need that game in week in and week out.
Yeah, I think it's just important, when you're trying to win games, having everybody, all sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, and then especially on offense, being able to move the ball around and play for each other, I think is really important, especially when you're playing really good teams, week in and week out.
How much pride do you take in that style of football and the way you guys have played this first, quarter plus this season?
Yeah, I think it's fun because there's a lot of good players on offense, from my point of view, and being able to move the ball around and let everybody, do their thing is fun to watch.
This Cardinals defense isn't allowing a lot of points this year. When you look at them on tape, what's it that they've been doing well?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a lot of experience right up front and the back end. The safety is a great player, and they got good edge rushers. So I think to be able to do that, you got to kind of have something everywhere on the field, and I think they have that.
You're the league leader in receiving yards for a tight end as a rookie here. What is it about this offense that allows you to excel in such a quick manner that you have right now?
I think we do a good job of getting guys the ball in space and letting them, go to work after. I think Daniel's done a really good job, and he's had time to throw, and so credit to the O-line, and then also when we have as many weapons as we do, on the outside around me, it makes it easier for me to catch balls. I can open up, other guys to catch passes and stuff like that. So I think it's all just working together as an offense.
Sunday, just kind of walk us through the time frame for the trial.
No, I mean, I've been working for an opportunity like this, so I was ready for it. I was just, waiting on the call, and Colts gave me a shot, and I just took advantage of it.
Where you been living?
I mean, that's not really necessary to talk about. I'm down in Florida.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
How much are you looking forward to this awesome opportunity, this team, first place, AFC? Give me your thoughts on just a wonderful opportunity here with this team.
Yeah, no, you said it. It's a great opportunity, great team, great locker room, always has been. Both my stints here. Still a lot of familiar faces, too, and some new ones that I have been with in the past on a few teams, too. So it's a great team, and I'm excited to be here.
How much does that help when you've got, like, Rigo and Luke you've worked with before?
Sure, yeah, that's a huge part. I mean, those guys are the ultimate pros. So, it makes it easy coming into a spot like this and just go out there and do my best.
What did the last year look like for you, just trying to get healthy and then also being prepared to keep?
Sure, it was a long, hard journey. I had to grind through a lot. Always believed in myself. That was a big thing, and just wanted to make sure that I was ready for an opportunity like this. I told myself it was only a matter of time, so didn't want to miss an opportunity and take the most of it.
So you stay ready just by kicking, I guess.
Yeah, working out, kicking.
Wherever hometown is.
Exactly.
If you go to high school, what did you do? You haven't got a backyard, do you?
Yeah, no, I go to a local field as long as they're uprights, and just go kick some balls through.
Somebody chasing for you?
Yeah, I had my brother down there with me, so he would help me out when he could.
About like the new kickoff rules, how do you try and replicate just that procedure?
Sure. I'm a student of the game, so I was watching and I was learning about how that new kickoff rule was going to be affected, and specifically for kickers. So there's certain stuff you work on, but it's all down to game plan too. Every coach is going to be different, so it's exciting, and it's still just a kickoff.
Yeah. What do you hope to bring to this team here? I mean, you've been around this league
Oh man, I told Coach Shane, I just said I'm going to give you everything I got. It's already a great team, great organization. We're through the first quarter of the season, so we're just going to keep on rolling, and these guys here make it all easy in this locker room.
A month into the season, first quarter of this season, teams establish who they are. We know who this team wanted to be coming into the season. What has this team and this defense established as its identity now they're into the second quarter, into this month of October?
I think we established that we discipline. I think that we play for each other. I think we play fast. I think we play physical. I think we take the ball away, and I think we just, make timely plays to help our team win. So.
When you look at Arizona, the quarterback, the weapons that he has, what stands out in particular about their offense?
Yeah, obviously it all starts with Kyler. He's a great player, makes a ton of plays with his arm as well as his feet. Definitely capable in the open field. And then, young Marv, that's my boy, but he ain't my boy on Sunday. So obviously knowing he's explosive on the outside, and they got a couple of runs. I know the other tight end too. The tight end's supposed to be pretty good too, so we'll see.
With that quarterback like Kyler, how important is it to make him one-dimensional?
You kind of just want to take his options away. He's kind of used to that college-style offense, so just making sure you kind of make him zone in on certain decisions and make him pay. So.
You know their story in these last 3 games, heartbreaking losses for them. You've been a veteran player. What is the level of just concern facing this team coming up on Sunday, knowing that they're probably going to be a desperate team trying to get a win here?
Yeah, I know they got a lot of stuff going on over there, and, with the head, shout out to JG too, love JG, but I know when you're going through tough losses like that and adversity throughout the season, you're back against the wall. You're looking to prove yourself, and if I was them, it would be no better test than coming up against us. So we know they're gonna come out firing on all cylinders. We just gotta make sure we're prepared.
What makes Laiatu different than maybe other defensive ends you've seen throughout your career?
Man, he's just an extremely natural pass rusher. Natural with his hands, natural bend, get off. A lot of times you see young pass rush come in the league, and they gotta learn how to play with their hands, how to work through that bend. That's something that they got to grow into. Latu had that from day one, and I think it just makes him extremely effective at just getting after the quarterback, putting pressure on the QB. And now he's been catching the ball, so yeah, good for him. So.
The versatility, what stands out to you about that part of it, and how do you evaluate how a defensive player plays when you get graded off in his sacks? You know what I mean? But it's more than that, I would imagine. Yeah,
me and Buck have a long argument about the importance of a sack compared to a pressure. And, I understand the value of pressures, and it does affect the game, just even myself, being able to blitz the quarterback more, get after the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, that stuff definitely affects the game. A sack is a sack, though. So, yeah, obviously Latu's been working. I know he's going to get those sack numbers up, but the INTs definitely don't hurt at all either. So.
Grove's had a hand in 3 interceptions this season now, either pushing the pocket or literally deflecting a pass.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems kind of like the ultimate Grove thing of he may not get credit for it, but you can see he's having an impact. What can you say about the season he's had?
Man, I will definitely say, and I'm glad you asked that too. Obviously, BG's, he's just been doing the dirty work. That's just who he is. But I feel like, Grove and Buck, in my opinion, have been putting some of the best hustle plays that I've ever seen on tape this season. They both of them made a tackle down the field on a toss play. You don't get that type of work ethic or that type of grind from defensive tackles in this league. I think those two guys are just playing obviously at extreme level as they have been in their entire career. I think it's from swatting passes to blocking kicks. BG gonna make a play, and he's got everybody back out there, and that's why I appreciate him the most.
When you see those two big guys showing that kind of hustle, how does that kind of permeate the rest of the defense? Say, hey, if Grove and Buck are doing it, we got to do it too.
Oh, no question. If BG and Buck is running like that, there's been literally several times where I've been on the field and I'm like, whoa, who was that running? That's DeForest. And it's if he's running like that, well, there's no excuse for anybody else, not only on the D-line but on the defense, not to, run to the ball with everything they got. So.